Brentford 0, Chelsea 1. Yes, people, what is going on? Hope you're all good. Welcome to the new Craigo28 studio. It's a different look. Obviously, we're here reviewing the game. Chelsea 1-0 winners away at the Brentford Community Stadium. A lot to take in, but a massive 3 points. Before we go anywhere, let's go for a massive 3 points. Before we go anywhere else, make sure you subscribe if you're new around here. A lot of cool stuff to come, especially from the new studio, although we are starting today with an old-time classic, just a bog-standard match review. It was lucky today. It was lucky. We were a little bit unfortunate with the amount of players that we had, obviously, on international break. Thiago Silva, someone like him, for example, completely fine, but has to come back from a country where you have to isolate from. You get fined, you have problems, massive problems, if you don't allow these players to go and play. So we were a little bit unfortunate with that, and we were playing against a Brentford team that had 3 internationals. They were going to play the same way they did the week before against Liverpool, against us. So they pretty much had 3 weeks to prepare for this game, and we've had half a team. So it's not an excuse. We got the job done. It was absolutely superb, if you ask me, in terms of getting the result. And we dug in and we fought. But when I say we, I really mean one person. That person, for me, is the best goalkeeper in the world and someone who I can't believe did not get on the Ballon d'Or shortlist, Edouard Mendy. Stand up. I went publicly a year ago when we first signed him, went, he is going to be one of the best goalkeepers in the league. He's even surprised me. I can't lie. When you sign players like Edouard Mendy, he's not come from a massive club where we've paid a massive transfer fee for him. We paid 25 mil, whatever it worked out as in the end. And we got a fantastic player. And he has now shown over the last year his worth, and people, now we're looking at it going, it's an absolute steal. It's just good scouting, it's good reporting, and that's where Petr Cech comes into play and has done an incredible job for us. So it's not luck, it's nothing like that. We have got a fantastic goalkeeper. We set that up for ourselves. That's plaudits to Petr Cech and other people involved at Chelsea as well. Edouard Mendy is a fantastic goalkeeper. I have him in my fantasy team. He has got bonus points. He's got clean sheets. He has done everything right today. He got given man of the match. He is an elite goalkeeper. The problem I've got is that he faced too many shots. They had 14 attempts, 7 on target. We had 5 attempts and 1 on target. Now, the good thing is that it went in. Problem is, it didn't go in from either of our centre forwards. It was an off day for those two today, Timo Werner and for Lukaku. They did have some nice moments, but didn't find the back of the net themselves. However, Ben Chilwell pops up 3-3 for him now, which is fantastic. But see, I've said about Chelsea before and about wanting goals from other places other than the centre forwards. We've got a goal today from Ben Chilwell. We've got obviously one 2 weeks ago from Ben Chilwell as well. Different players like Ben Chilwell popping up with the odd goal here and there. That's the kind of thing that is the difference maker when you go and win the league. We should not have got 3 points here today. We held on for dear life. And now we've got 3 points and we're going brilliant. We're top of the league. And we've navigated ourselves through a really tricky game away from home, new stadium. We haven't played out. Brentford right up for it. London rivalry, local rivalry in the Premier League as well. So it's a fantastic thing to just get out of the way, get done and come away with 3 points. I didn't care about the style today. I didn't care about everything that we were going to do. And, in terms of, we had to score so many goals, we had to have so many passes and keep possession for so much. Brentford had, again, 3 weeks to prepare for this game. They were always going to play the same way, which always was allowing us to have the ball. But there was times in the game where they did come forward as they wanted to keep the ball themselves. They wanted to play long, they wanted to play short, they wanted to play long in behind, they wanted to play short in behind. They wanted to play in different ways, which made it a nightmare to deal with. Now, one of the people I do want to kind of pull out, and it's not criticise, because I don't want to criticise him, but I do have to kind of point out from what I saw of the game, as this is my match review, is that Malang Sarr was very, very poor. You could tell it was his first Premier League game. He missed headers continuously. He wasn't great in the air. Did he do some good stuff as well? Yes, of course he did. And this isn't just a bombardment of him, but you could tell that he was the weak point in this back three. Chalobah cleared one off the line. Christensen. He does what he needed to do, but he was the experienced head in the middle of that back three where he hasn't been previously. So he had a different job and he dealt with it quite well. Had it been a different team, could it have been a bit more difficult, maybe a bit more, of a challenge for him and a different result? Yes, it could have been. It could have been the same team and been a different result if we didn't have Edouard Mendy. The midfield three that we had, the Timo and obviously Lukaku up front together, we knew what was going to be the case. They wanted space, wanted to play into behind. We haven't found the best way to get the best out of Lukaku yet, which is quite funny because he's already scored 3 goals for us. 3 goals in the league anyway, and I think it's 3 goals in the league. Yeah, he's already scored a few goals for us, and we haven't even found the best way to get the best out of him. But we signed him for £100 million. He is a £100 million footballer because that's the price tag that is on his head, but he is human. And we can't rely on him every single week, which is great whilst you've got someone like Ben Chilwell who pops up with a goal. However, again, this is a long-term thing. We need to sort this out moving forward because we need goals from the 2 people that are meant to go and get them. The midfield 3, I looked at Kovacic today. I thought it was brilliant. He got booked early doors, so had to come off. Kante, I thought was really good. Loftus-Cheek was fantastic. A real breath of fresh air in midfield, if you ask me. I want to see someone in midfield who I think can score goals, and Loftus-Cheek is that player. Even last week, 2 weeks ago before the Southampton game, we had Ross Barkley come in off the bench. He got himself involved. He caused problems. That was fantastic to see. It was a different way of playing, someone that maybe Jorginho, Kovacic, Kante wouldn't have been able to do previously. We missed Jorginho today, of course, because of the various amount of fixtures that he's played in at national break. But all this stuff, I can speak really, really fastly. We got it done. We got it done, and it was far from perfect. And this isn't the game where we were ever going to go and win 5 or 6-0. We got through it. We navigated through it. And I even said to my mate that I was watching it here with, at one point, I was thinking I'd take a 1-1 because I just did not think that we were going to be able to hold on for as long as we did. And that is, again, it's just massive testament to Chelsea and to Edouard Mendy that we have found a fantastic goalkeeper at not a stupid price. The thing that obviously Kepa always struggled with is that he always had to live up to the £72 million price tag, which he hasn't been able to do, unfortunately. Not his fault. He didn't ask to be moved for 70 million quid, but that's what he's had to deal with, and it's unfortunate. Edouard Mendy has come straight into this team and looked instantly improved it. He wasn't perfect at the start, but he's instantly improved this team, and it's an absolute bargain. It's an absolute bargain. It's great scouting. It's great recruitment, and that's the kind of thing you can afford to spend money on players like Romelu Lukaku, Kai Havertz, who do have kind of hot and cold moments, as with Timo Werner. You can afford to have some of these players that are hits and misses and whatever, when you've got players like Edouard Mendy, Christensen, who was free, Reece James, Azpilicueta, Mason Mount, a few more of these that are just good buys or good, production value in terms of the academy. We've just done well. We've done well at recruiting, and we've built a team which is good. It can be better, and we all know this. Anyone who watched the game, you do have to be honest, it was a little bit back to the wall for a long time, and we got it done. The most important thing above anything else, we got it done, and that's something I'm over the moon about. But yeah, if we go and play that way for, the next few weeks and come up against a decent opposition that can actually score a goal, then we're going to have problems. Brentford definitely can, and they almost did. And again, fantastic saves from Edouard Mendy and a couple of last-ditch tackles, and the one off the line from Chalobah. But they also hit the post twice. That's another thing to consider. We are a good football team, but we still have a little way to go yet if we want to make ourselves perfect. Again, we've navigated through this tough game here today, this tough fixture. We've got 3 points. I wasn't expecting it, to be honest with you, at kickoff because of the team that was put out and who we were missing, but I'm just really happy. I can't say anything more than that. Thank you for watching. If you're new around here, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And yeah, Chelsea win 1-0 away at Brentford, and we've got Malmo, which is a game that I will be at, but I will not be vlogging for, as it is my graduation that day, and I will be enjoying myself. But there is still going to be a video coming, and there's going to be a lot more coming from this channel very, very soon in this new studio. I hope you've enjoyed it. Make sure you go and have a look at the short I uploaded earlier. And 3 points. I cannot ask for more.